Okay, hello everyone. We're going to go over generating your first image on the Leonardo AI platform. So we're going to talk about mastering AI prompts, and we're going to go for an influencer aesthetic. So how to generate stunning images with an influencer aesthetic with Leonardo AI. So let's do it. Okay. So keeping your social media feed fresh, engaging, and visually cohesive is practically a full-time job, as I'm sure all of you know. You need a constant stream of high-quality content to maintain your audience's attention and attract brand partnerships. But what if you could create breathtaking visuals that perfectly match your personal brand without booking a studio or hiring a professional photographer? By mastering AI image generation, you can do exactly that. So in this video, we will teach you how to craft AI prompts that capture the coveted influencer aesthetic. Before we write our first prompt, we need to understand this. It relies on a blend of aspiration and relatability. It feels candid but is highly curated. Typically, this means soft, flattering lighting, cohesive colour palettes, and intentional compositions. So let's break down how to translate that vibe into text. An effective AI image prompt is much more than a simple description of a person. To get feed-ready results, you need to break your prompt down into 4 critical components. So the first component is lighting. Lighting makes or breaks a photograph, so instead of letting the AI guess, explicitly state the type of lighting you want. Use terms like golden hour, soft diffuse sunlight, or cinematic lighting. The second is composition. You need to direct the virtual camera. Specify the framing by using photography terms like medium shot, close-up portrait, or shallow depth of field. The subject. This is the third step. Be highly specific about the person in the image. Detail their outfit, hairstyle, posture, and facial expression. For example, request an oversized purple blazer, white crop top, messy bun, and a relaxed, candid smile. Then there's style, so to avoid images that look like plastic computer graphics, you can specify the visual medium, so you can include phrases like shot on 35mm film, Kodak Portra 400, or hyper-realistic editorial photography. This adds texture and film grain, which makes the images look a lot more realistic. So now let's put it all together into a step-by-step process. So step 1, start with a clear vision. Decide on the exact mood and setting of your post. Are you aiming for a moody reading aesthetic or a vibrant beach holiday? Step 2, define the subject and action. Always frame the action naturally. Instead of woman standing, use young stylish woman walking casually down a cobblestone street looking back over her shoulder. Action creates dynamic imagery. The step 3, add environmental and lighting details. Place your subject in a specific world, like a blurred Parisian cafe in the background with soft morning sunlight. Step 4, specify the camera and style settings to refine the output. Append phrases like 85mm lens, photorealistic, and film grain to the end of your text. Now we're going to go over some real examples and negative prompts. So we'll look at a proven prompt you can use right now. So let's go for a coffee shop vibe. I'm going to write a prompt in this prompt box right here in the image section of Leonardo AI. So I'm going to write candid medium shot of a stylish young woman sitting at a rustic wooden table in a brightly lit indie coffee shop. She is wearing a chunky pink sweater, knit sweater, I'm going to put. Soft, natural light streaming in. through a large window, shallow depth of field. And then we'll put shot on 35mm. Camera film, highly detailed, photorealistic. So see how I've put a lot of detail in this. So I've described the shot, I've described the woman and where she's sitting, the scene that she's in, so the brightly lit indie coffee shop. I've described what she's wearing. I've described the lighting, so soft natural light streaming in through a large window, shallow depth of field, and then I've described the camera that it's being shot on. So, and photorealistic, that's a really good thing to put. Sometimes the AI it'll give you an output that's cartoon or 3D or something like that. So it's always good to specify that you want photorealistic results. Now, what's also good about Leonardo AI is you can upload an image reference. So, for example, if you're an influencer and you're going to use these images to post, you want yourself to appear in these images. So you can upload a picture of yourself. So I've uploaded a selfie in this box here. You just would click there, go image reference, and upload that picture. Okay, and this tells the AI that you want the woman in this prompt to be that woman there in the image, basically. So it makes the AI create images with a consistent character when you upload that reference image. So another really good thing about this platform is that you can actually click right here on this box and you can ask the AI to edit this prompt. So you would click there and then, you type in there what you want the AI to change about it. And usually there's an improve button there. So I'm not sure why that's not there, but we'll just stick with this for now, and I'll show you the improve prompt feature in the next one we create. So I'm just going to leave it like this, and I'm going to click generate. Now I've put the model as Nano Banana 2. There's also a bunch of other models here. So there's auto, which basically lets the AI choose the best model that it thinks will generate the best image. So you can click that. There's GPT Image 2, which is very good. Nano Banana 2, Sea Dream 4.5, Lucid Origin, Flux point 2 Pro is another really good one. GPT Image 1.5, Nano Banana Pro, etc., etc. There's in other models, these are some of your older models, still very good. You can definitely use one of these, but I usually stick with these featured models right here. So then you've got the styles. So got a whole bunch of styles here: 3D render, acrylic, creative, dynamic, fashion, etc., etc. So I'm just going to leave it on dynamic. Then the image dimensions. So you've got 2 to 3, which is your standard post, like feed post on Facebook or Instagram. Got 1 to 1, which is a square, obviously. Then you've got 16:9, which is a landscape image, so maybe a YouTube thumbnail or something like that. Then you can click on custom, and that's where you can find 9:16, which is your standard Instagram, TikTok stories and reels. So that's that. And then you can choose the number of generations. So I always put 2 because I like to, have the options. Sometimes the first output is not so great, but it will get it right on the second. I wouldn't do any more than that just because it sort of eats up a lot of credits, and a lot of the time, 2 of them will be coming out exactly the same anyway, so it's a waste of credits. Okay, so I'm just going to click generate on this now. So let's see what it gives us. Okay, so that's finished generating. So let's have a look at those. So that's a great picture. So realistic. It's followed my directions pretty well. the lighting and the camera lens and the sweater she's wearing, all of that. And it's followed the image reference perfectly. So, and even like the people in the background, just all the details here are really, really good. And it's got that influencer vibe, photorealistic, all of that. So let's look at the other one. Beautiful. So exactly the same. It's exactly the same person in the image. You could post both of these. And yeah, it would be really hard to tell that this is, in fact, AI generated. So there you go. So that's that example, which is really, really good. Now, when you're happy with the result, I always upscale. Just makes the photo a bit crisper and polished, ready to post on your channels. So you can do that. Okay. Now, another way to write good prompts is to actually utilize ChatGPT or whichever AI you decide to use, so Cloud, Jasper, any of those. And what you can do is you can actually upload a picture reference, the same as you did in Leonardo AI, and you can say, write me a prompt. So for example here, I wrote, write me a prompt I can copy and paste into Leonardo AI to create an image of the person in the reference standing on a sidewalk in the heart of Northbridge, Perth, Western Australia, eating an ice cream. I want her wearing a blue denim skirt and top that exposes her midsection, as well as thigh-high black boots. Her long black hair cascades down her shoulders. So the AI has given me a copy-paste prompt that I can use with Leonardo. So it says, yeah, so I'll just copy and paste it. I'm not sure what's going on there, but I'll just post it in Leonardo so we can read it. Yeah, so just in this prompt box again. Okay, so see how detailed that is? So like the description I gave ChatGPT is, I mean, if you don't even need to put that much detail, you could literally write me a prompt I can copy and paste to create an image of the person in the reference image standing on a sidewalk eating an ice cream. Just whatever idea that you have, tell ChatGPT and ChatGPT will give you a full, ready-to-use detailed prompt that you can copy and paste. So it's even given me negative prompts here, so blurry, low quality, distorted face, extra limbs, bad anatomy, overexposed, underexposed, cartoon, CGI, watermark, text, duplicate face. So that's fantastic. So I'll just backspace this part. That's not part of the prompt. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to generate that one. I'm just going to do one image this time. So click on generate and we'll just wait a moment for that. Okay, so that's done exactly what I asked. This is a sidewalk in Northbridge, Western Australia. She is wearing the denim skirt that I described, boots, eating an ice cream. There's people in the background. It's the exact location I specified. So that's a great result. Now, there is another way that you can get help writing prompts, like even if you're a beginner to AI and using generative AI tools. I mean, there's so many options to help you write these prompts. So basically, I'm going to backspace all of this that ChatGPT gave me. And I'm going to just write photorealistic portrait of a young woman standing on a sidewalk eating ice cream. Okay, and then now I'm going to show you this other little helpful feature. So if we click here, there's an option here and it says improve prompt. So you can literally just click this button and the AI will write you a more detailed prompt based on the idea that you've put in. So it's given me a stunningly lifelike portrait of a youthful woman standing on a bustling city sidewalk, indulging in a creamy ice cream treat. The expertly rendered details capture her flowing auburn hair, sparkling hazel eyes, and rosy cheeks flushed with delight. This remarkable image, possibly a hyper-realistic painting, showcases the vibrant street scene with intricate textures and vivid colours. The artist's skill in depicting the play of light on her luscious ice cream cone adds a touch of authenticity and brilliance to this captivating moment frozen in time. So, wow, that's very descriptive. I'm And it might not get your vibe or what you're going for perfect. So, for example, I don't want this to look like a hyper-realistic painting, so I'm just going to get rid of this part. Photorealistic. Okay. Okay, so we'll just backspace this part as well. We'll just put the player bar and lotion it. Okay. And I've actually got brown eyes in this reference image, so I'm going to backspace that, put brown eyes. Right, so, and then you can just click on generate. So let's do that. So look at that. That's fantastic. It's given me all burn hair, but it's kept the face exactly the same as the reference image, and she's eating an ice cream. And there's all sorts of realistic details here. Just fantastic. So it's even got the headband that I'm wearing in the reference image. So yeah. So that's 3 different ways that you can generate amazing images, and 3 ways that you can, make your prompts better and to create your prompts. So that's all for this tutorial. So now you can try this on your generator of choice. You can generate some images with that influencer aesthetic. Make sure that you use a good reference image. You want it to be clear with no obstructions, and no hair covering your face, no sunglasses, hats, anything like that. It needs to be a clear image of you, if it's you that you want to feature in the picture, or if it's a totally AI generated influencer, totally up to you. Just make sure it's a clear image. I would upscale my reference image before I started generating images with it, actually. So that's a good idea. Okay, so have a go and post your generations to your feed and see how your audience reacts. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one.